Good morning, everyone. I would invite you to take a seat and let's start. Good morning, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. My name is Alexandra. I'm a PhD student here at Mila and Université de Montréal, and I'm a co-organizer of this workshop.
And my name is Christian, and I'm also a PhD student at Mila and Université de Montréal, and I'm also a co-organizer of this workshop.
It's really a great pleasure to welcome you here today at Mila. And before we start, I would like to take a moment to connect us with this place where we have a privilege to gather today. We would like to begin by acknowledging that Mila is located on unceded indigenous lands. The Ganyaga Haga Nation is recognized as the custodians of these lands and waters on which we gather today. Jogjoge, commonly known as Montreal, is historically known as a gathering place for many First Nations. Today, it is home for a diverse population of indigenous and other peoples. We respect the continued connections with the past, present, and future in our ongoing relationships with indigenous and other peoples within the Montreal community. Mila acknowledges, Mila acknowledges the systematic barriers that indigenous peoples face with respect to education, employment, land, and technology. Indigenous knowledge and science have typically been devalued, excluded, and erased from AI science, and we therefore recognize the need for a commitment to work with indigenous peoples in AI research and science. Thank you. So with that, I would like to just briefly tell you a bit more about the organizing team and the motivation for this event. Our hardworking organizing team consists of PhD students, research scientists, postdoctoral researchers in the field of artificial intelligence and neuroscience, as well as experts in political science, advocacy, and humanitarian disarmament. I feel very grateful to our team for all the work they put into making this workshop happen. And I would like to share with you how it happened that so many AI researchers came together, connected to each other, connected to experts in political science, and decided to invest their time and effort into creating a space for a critical discussion about the harms and risks of AI in the military. I would share a bit more personal perspective here with you. I personally decided to pursue a degree in computer science because I was always genuinely inspired to use my talents and technical skills for contributing to important causes which would make a difference for the society, like climate change and healthcare. And I see similar motivations in the work of my colleagues in numerous machine learning papers at the conferences, as well as, of course, in the promotions of big tech companies. And while it is still true that machine learning can be useful for helping to solve many important challenges, it is only part of the picture, and the most attractive part, I should say. Apart from climate change and other challenges, our world is deeply troubled by wars. And artificial intelligence has been increasingly applied in warfare, as journalistic reports reveal regularly. From the news, we learn how AI-powered drones are helping the Ukrainian people to fight against the Russian invasion. We also learn how AI-assisted targeting systems enable the mass destruction and massacre of tens of thousands of civilians in Gaza by Israel army. Our AI-powered technologies, such as deepfakes for voice cloning, affect the course of civil war in Sudan. These are not the applications which one would see in the motivational part of typical machine learning research paper, but these are the applications which drastically affect the lives of millions of people. I believe that if we want to be truly responsible about the development of artificial intelligence and other technologies, we need to look for the full picture, even if it is scary, and be critical about how our technologies affect the world. This picture is not black and white, and it brings many difficult and sometimes even uncomfortable questions. For example, what is our implication in the development of malicious applications of AI, and how can we prevent them? These kinds of questions don't have simple answers, and as an AI researcher, I'm not even sure where we should start looking for solutions. But what I do know is that I'm not the only one who is asking these questions. And various people with various backgrounds and expertise have been studying these issues for years, as well as advocating for changes. And that's what brings us here, to a multidisciplinary workshop where we seek to discuss challenging questions about military AI, learn from each other, and find paths forward together. And I would like to thank the partners of this workshop, Mila and Sifar, and as well as our advisory committee, Professor Yoshua Benjo and Professor Gautier Guidel, for recognizing the importance of this discussion and supporting this event. While preparing this workshop, our team has been deeply committed towards making it inclusive and amplifying for underrepresented and marginalized communities. And I would like to be honest with you, it is a very challenging task. I would like to sincerely thank all the speakers who kindly accepted our invitations and joined this workshop. And I also would like to acknowledge that despite our effort, many voices are not represented here today, especially the voices of people with lived experiences of the humanitarian impacts of AI-powered weapons. I would like to invite you to remember about it during our discussions in this workshop. As I said, discussions here could be difficult, but we're committed towards making the space safe and welcoming for everyone, and therefore we kindly ask you to follow the code of conduct, which basically means stay respectful to everyone in all the interactions which we have here and online. And also personal attacks or any kind of discrimination will not be tolerated, and as organizers we reserve our right to intervene in case these events happen. And I also have a couple of invitations for you, which may sound a bit unusual for a scientific conference, but I hope you like them. The first one would be to honor yourself and listen to your needs and care for your needs. If you need to take a break, please take a break. As I said, discussions are difficult, and please take care of what you need. I also invite you to honor each other, respect the needs of others while taking care of your own. And the other invitation is to own your own experience. I like this affirmation that my experience of this moment is informed by my own history, my values, my biases, and many other factors. And it is likely different from the experience of others, even if we share the same space and time together. And the last one is to embrace learning mindset and curiosity mindset for today. We really invite you to take advantage of this moment, interact with each other. We have people from different backgrounds here, and I think it is a great opportunity to learn together and discuss these challenging topics. We also have a special team of volunteers and organizers who are here to provide immediate support to anyone who has concerns, feels unsafe, uncomfortable, or alienated. On the Slack, these team members have this life vest status, and we also in person wear this yellow armbands. You're very welcome to reach out to any person on the SAFE team in case you need our assistance. And with that, I will pass the word to Christian.
I'll say a few words about the agenda. We have an exciting lineup of keynote talks and panel discussions for these 2 days. And we also have a pleasure to host a series of contributed talks. These are 15 minutes long talks from authors who have submitted their ongoing or completed work to this workshop. You'll have the chance to interact with them during the poster session later this afternoon. And for all speakers, every author who has submitted a work, I invite you to prepare your poster on these poster boards that you see in the room during coffee breaks or during lunchtime. We also have the pleasure to have with us 2 representatives from Humanity and Inclusion Canada who will give a 15 minutes presentation this afternoon about the organization's mission. They will be also available during the poster session at a booth, so please go check them out. And on Tuesday, we also have roundtable discussion session, which will be spread across this room and the co-working space that I will talk about a bit later. The food for the lunches for both days, the breakfast and today's dinner are provided in this room. Regarding the talks format, for the keynote speakers, we will have about 30 to 35 minutes of presentation and 10 to 15 minutes of Q&A. For the panels, we'll have 20 to 25 minutes of opening remarks in total by all the panelists, 30 minutes of moderated discussion, and 20 minutes of Q&A. You can find the Slido information in the announcement Slack channel, and we invite you to join Slido before each talk and write your questions during the talks and panel discussions. And don't forget to vote on other people's questions. We will alternate one question from online participants posted on Slido and one from the room. And you can also scan the QR code now. Participants will be able to follow the live translation in 7 languages thanks to Wordly. More information can also be found in the announcement channel, or can scan the QR code displayed here. Finally, I want to say a few words about some of the extra rooms that will be used. So the co-working space, if you exit this room and through the main entrance and go to the left, you will find the corridor. And by following it, you will arrive at the co-working space. And if you open the door in the middle picture and continue straight, you will also find Cube 11, which will be a silent space if you need a silent space.